If you're a regular viewer of mine, you've most likely seen my audition experience videos and are probably aware that I'm quite into acting and it's a craft I'd like to pursue. I've pretty much wanted to do this my entire life. If you've watched these videos, it's probably something you're interested in too. As a result, I don't expect you to be a stranger to what I'm about to talk about today. When I was 15, I remember being in school and everyone sort of having their careers meetings around this time. It was the time for us to all apply to our sixth forms and things like that. I have no idea why, but in my school for some reason we had 3 different rounds of these meetings, where you'd have a meeting with, I think, your head of year, an actual careers advisor, and then a member of the senior leadership team, who were like the board heads of the school basically. I only really met one of these people, who was the head of my year, so it was quite difficult to express what I wanted to do to all the others. Plus my head of year really wanted me to stay on to my school sixth form, which I really didn't want to do, so there was a little bit of bias in that meeting. Now for me, these meetings felt quite false. Not on the adult's perspective, but rather on mine. I remember in the first 2, with my careers advisor and the head of year, I came up with 3 different career paths in which to pursue. I gave these career paths in the order of which I wanted to do them. They were fashion, publishing, and finally acting. Careers that funnily coincided with what I wanted to do at A-level at the time. And you may notice acting was last. It was like I was trying to formulate any other passion for me to pursue, due to being told my whole life that acting was an impossible goal and an incredibly difficult industry. Funnily, my 15-year-old self just so happened to choose 2 other massively hard industries to get into as well. In the final meeting, after a sixth form taster day, I sat in front of one of the leadership team members, staff, people, a woman who I'd never really met, and I shyly said how I wanted to do acting. And incredibly, she said without a shadow of sarcasm or disbelief, "Okay, go and do that then." The meeting was short and she had no idea how to get into the acting industry, but she fully believed and accepted that that is what I could do. And that's when I made the choice. Googled drama school based on some offhand comment that a frantic assembly workshop leader said in a Q&A session, and I went to sixth form and now I'm here. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I don't remember the exact details of the meeting that day, but I fully remember how that woman made me feel. Validated. Of that age, it is easy to be put off of your passions and ambitions if they are not gratified and instantly approved of. You are afraid of what your peers will say or how your teachers look at you. You grow concerned over the word talent and begin to question your own ability if people do not believe you have it. I have another distinct memory of this time around careers meeting. It was lunchtime and our form group, many other friends from different forms. Forms were our terms for Hogwarts school houses, if you were confused. We'd all sit in our form room, which was just a classroom where we would have registration. I remember walking in later into lunchtime, probably because I had just gotten changed from PE or something, just about to sit down and pull up a chair, and this girl from the front of the classroom calls my name. We'll call this girl Blanche. Blanche was sat with her rather large group of friends, all quite loud and honestly intimidating. And I wasn't really friends or close with any of them. I'd like to establish here that I was a bit of a weirdo in school, a bit emo and struggled with a lot of social anxiety. Yet at the same time, with my bleaching, shaving and just damaging hair, maybe a bit of an attention seeker. But really, Blanche had no real business talking to me. So this was weird, especially as she chose to do it publicly rather than actually just coming up and talking to me. I will never forget that when she called my name, she asked me something along the lines of, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" Me quietly and reservedly saying that I wanted to be an actress. As I said that, she turned round to her friends and they laughed. The moment was not addressed again by her or any of my friends as I sat down to have lunch. We all seemingly moved on. But it knocked me. Still. When I left school and went to college, things changed. The drama department was huge and you meet new people who have never known you before, so all just sort of accept what you plan to do or just don't know at all, so everyone's just glad that you've got some sort of idea. Anyone who knows me knows that in the first year of college I presented myself as the most awkward and quiet scene kid you could know. It took me ages to fully socialise with my absolutely amazing drama class. My hair had moved on to flow between just all sort of shades of the rainbow, and I had this sort of really just damaged fringe short hair hairstyle going on most of the time. Classical Stanislavski acting teacher wouldn't have approved of me, to say the least. I was 16 and this was sixth form college, not open auditions at Pineapple Studios. I think anyone who did drama at my college will know the teacher I'm going to talk about. and they know how they made you feel. This teacher always made me feel like there was nothing I could do to impress them. I was lacking in some way. It was the look of disapproval I remember, and finally, after nearly 2 years, sheer and utter shock I felt when they said in our final speech workshop in 2nd year that my modern speech was in a good place. The fact of the matter is, whether they're teachers or ignorant peers, there will always be people who you seek approval from who will not support you. People who will make you feel like you do not belong in this space. I want to make the point that this is not a club for the elite. Your art is your art. You create the space and you make the work. Whether we are auditioning for drama schools or posting poetry on Instagram, it's always going to be the looking for approval. That is the nature of communication. It is up to you to make the choice on whose opinions you trust, and whether you give up and fail or strive to improve. The people who disapprove or claim you shouldn't be doing what you are doing are never going to be the ones to support your personal improvement. And you only improve once you persist. Go to classes, learn about your craft, collaborate with people, make work, find your voice, and above all else, make art for yourself, your friends, for the world that needs changing. Do not do it to impress the ones that doubted you. Despite all the doubters in the last few years, come to appreciate the people who really have supported me and encouraged me and have wanted me to do well. My class at Rose Bruford, close friends, customers at work, my coach, people who have seen my videos and messaged me on Instagram, my family. I would never have expected such a circle of support 3 years ago. Thank you. I know that in reality, I wouldn't have the courage to make this video without you. To anyone who is watching this who feels that imposter syndrome, that self-doubt or lack of encouragement, then I am telling you, when you persist in your passions, you make the work, you strive to improve, and I support you. It may not mean much, but I hope my belief can help you. To finalise everything, I'd like to say that my persistence has gained me a place on a full-time acting course next year. I currently need to sort some admin details. I am planning on making a full announcement to come soon once everything is sorted. And I do say that with a tiny little bit of salt to all the doubters I was talking about in this video, but as we have learnt today, my success is not to pour that salt on them. I promise. I hope you've enjoyed this video or found it beneficial or profound in some way. I think self-doubt is obviously a huge human struggle, but especially to those in my generation who are now looking to see what they want to do with their lives while being plagued by the need for instant gratification from social media and our education system, which has an obsession with being right. As a result, I would really appreciate it if you could share this video just to spread this tiny little message about persistence, determination, self-improvement, la la la, all that jazz, so that it can hopefully reach more people. I don't want to sound like a self-congratulating knobhead when I say this. I really wish I could have had a message like this when I was 15. It would have made this whole journey a little bit mentally easier. You can also like this video so that it does better in the algorithm. Subscribe to see more from me, or follow me on Instagram to see any updates on my personal acting journey and updates on my YouTube channel and things like that. And follow me on Twitter to see the occasional tweet when I am annoyed. Thanks for watching, good luck, and have an amazing day.